Assalamualaikum and hi everyone, welcome back. This is video number 2 for business letter. So previously we did learn on the what we call the format of business letter, about the modified block style, about the paragraph that divided into two. We have so-called block paragraph and also indented paragraph, and then we did learn on the punctuation. Also we have two types, which is a mixed punctuation and open punctuation. So now let's we have a look on the margin in setting a business letter. So basically, a business letter as compared to previous semester is actually on the numbers of pages. Okay, so for this semester you need to compose a business letter in 2 pages, and definitely once we have 2 pages, so you need to look into the margin itself. All right, so the margin for the first and the second page are the same, but only different for the top margin here. So for the first page, the top margin is 2 inches. Meanwhile, for the second page is 1 inch. And the rest is the same for a bottom, which is 1 inch. Left margin is 1.5 for both of it. And right also 1 inch for both of page. And remember, okay, you need to use a measurement in the inches. So if you have a problem in changing the display setting in the inches measurement, you can scan this QR code. You can have a video step by step in change the display setting in a Microsoft Word to the inches by scan the QR code given, or you can read from this manual. Okay, you can have a look on this page. Okay, so it here is been mentioned about the differences between first page and also the second page, like I mentioned previously. And this is how you will change for a margin, at which you will go to the layout tab. Okay, and then you choose the margin tab, and then you choose you change for the top margin, left margin, bottom, and also right accordingly, like mentioned previously, for the first page only. Okay, and after that you will type the content, and then after you have finished up type all the content, then we will change for the second page margin. All right, so here, like I mentioned, okay, I will teach you after you complete typing all the parts in the business letter in order to change for the second page. Okay, so here is the examples of step on changing the display setting if it is in a different measurement. Okay, remember you need to use inches. All right, you can check one by one. In this slide also is provide to you on how to set a margin for a business letter. Again, for the first page, this is the measure. This is the measurement for this first page. Okay, we are using apply to whole document, and then we type all the contents. After we have finished up, then we will change for the second page margin by using this measurement, and we will use this point forward. All right. So now as you can see here, this is the paper type. So you need to use the paper size of A4. Alright, so you might go to the same box, page setup. You go from margin to the paper tab. Then you change the A4 size. You will click drop down button here and you choose from the list. Okay. So next one, okay, I will show you on the spacing itself. So in a business letter, you will use this, you will come across in a certain part, you will use a single spacing, certain part you will use a double spacing, and also quadruple spacing. But, okay, you must remember that when you want to set for the spacing setting, you will use a single spacing. So when you want to type double spacing, you will enter twice. When you want to type for quadruple spacing, you will enter 4 times because you are using a single spacing setting. Now here, the question, a big question is when to use a single spacing, double spacing, and quadruple spacing in a business letter. So this is the list, okay, of the when, okay, where is the place you want to use the SS, DS, and also QS. So I would like to, I prefer to show to you with the samples we have a clear view on the spacing. So now we have a look. You may type here on page 21. Okay, this is our sample. All right, as you can see here, okay, you will use a single spacing for the reference line. Okay, and then you will double enter. If let's say it is a mailing notation here, you will double enter, then you will type the mailing notation. Okay, and afterward you will enter twice in order for you to type the receiver information here, or we call address line here. Okay, however, if like say the mailing notation does not exist, then you will enter 4 times so that you can go to here this position. All right, so and then you have a double enter, that's dear sir or dear madam for the salutation, and double enter again, this is a title or a subject line for that particular business letter, and then double enter for you to have a first paragraph, double enter for the second paragraph, and continue to the last paragraph. But before that, as you can see here, we have a second page heading because this is a second page. So even though I see that it will continue with the last paragraph, but remember the second page will begin with the second page heading. Later on, you will learn on what other information should include in the second page heading. All right, so here is a single spacing. Okay, and then enter from the second page heading to the last paragraph will be double enter. Okay, and then from the last paragraph to the complementary clause here, it is a double enter, and in between this is a double enter, this is car double enter, this is single enter, and then this is a double enter, and here to enclosure double enter if let's say the question does have the enclosures. But if let's say the question does not have an enclosure, then you move on double enter to the copy notation. But then if there is a no copy notation, you just leave until initials of the typist. All right, so that is how it's a part, including the parts of a business letter and also the spacing itself. When you want to type for a spacing, okay, we have 3 types of spacing just now. Okay, like I mentioned just now, you need to use a single spacing. Okay, you need to use a single spacing setting, meaning that at the spacing setting for the paragraph, okay, for the spacing, you will use a 0 pt for before and after, and then you will use a single spacing. But you will change accordingly when it is a double spacing setting, then you will enter twice. No need for you to change here. All right? Okay. My dear student, the next video, okay, I will show to you all the part of business letter. It should begin from the reference line until the end. Okay, so for the second video, we stop at the spacing setting and we'll continue with the part of business letter. So stay tuned with me.